Hey guys, I've decided that, oh, no, don't come towards me. Ew, no, ew, sorry, there's a spider, it's a really tiny one. Anyways, okay, I've decided to make my next video about books because I am totally in love with books. So, yeah, I'm going to be telling you about some of my favorite reads and my recent reads. And I will show you the covers to some of them. I will start off with, I guess, this one. This is actually the second book to the Divergent trilogy, Insurgent. The reason I'm not showing you the first one, which is actually my favorite, is because my boyfriend has it and has had it for like 2 months and it's driving me crazy. But yeah, my favorite book out of actually between Divergent, Insurgent, Allegiant, and 4 would probably have to be Divergent, which is the first one. My least favorite one out of all these probably has to be Insurgent, which is this one. I wasn't really too interested in this one. It just, to me, it kind of, I don't know, it just dragged on a lot. And it just didn't really catch my attention as much as the rest of the books did. And my boyfriend just messaged me. But it was still a great book. It just, and I had to finish it because I had to finish the whole series, you know. But, it was a great series. 4 was a great book too. It gives you insight on, you know, what happened when 4 was an initiate, and just insight on some of the other characters that weren't as big throughout the whole series. And this is just one of my favorite series of all time, and I just love this series, so that's one of my favorites. This book, Twilight, I actually enjoyed the first book. Like, it was just the first book I enjoyed, though. I read the series, but I just didn't get into the rest of the series. The first book was the only book I got into. Since it was a series, if I start a series, I have to finish it. That's why I go by. The first book I really did enjoy. The movies, not so much. I mean, the movies were okay. It's just left out a lot. I mean, a lot. They could have been a lot better. And, you know, that's with a lot of movies. I'm not just hating on Twilight in general. But, this was a really good book. Not necessarily one of my favorites, but it's just a nice book in general. And when I have nothing else to read, I reread a lot of books that I already have, and sometimes it may be Twilight. So, next book. Who would have known, right? The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. This was actually not one of my favorites, surprisingly. It was just a recent read, like, more recently. I mean, it was a really, really good book. Don't get me wrong, it was really good. It used outstanding literature throughout the whole text, and I thought that was amazing. But I just like, I mean, it was a great book, but it's just, you know, just not my type of book. Why am I red? Okay. I don't know why I'm red. I kind of look red. But it is a good book for, you know, a lot of people, I guess. Let's see. Okay, this one's funny. There's a story behind this book. You know how they say, don't judge a book by its cover? Don't judge a book by its cover. Okay, so not my framing, I can't think of the word, but my hardcover broke for this book. So my best friend duct taped it up and some splatter paint duct tape. This isn't the cover, but it's a Maximum Ride book. This is the first book, The Angel Experiment. There's 7 or 8 books in all. It's 7 or 8. And then the last one's Nevermore. This, I have to say, throughout my 7th and 8th grade, possibly 9th grade life, this was a really good series for me. It was really interesting. It caught my attention all the time. I always shipped Fang and Max. I shipped it so hard. I was like, yes, 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 and no, 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 no. All throughout all of the books, I was like that all the time. I would definitely tell people to read this. It's more of a, you know, teenage book, but it's still a really good series, so definitely to read book. As of right now, I'm rearranging my room, so I cannot find this book, but it's called Screwed. I forget who it's by, but it's not really a well-known book as far as I know. My boyfriend just messaged me. But it's not really a well-known book as far as I know. But it's about a girl who gets pregnant at like 17, and by a guy she barely knows, and she gets pregnant on her first time, whatever. Her parents kick her out of the house. All this crap. It's a really, really good book. I was so interested through the whole time. I loved it. I loved the book. It was really good to me. That was one of my recent reads, and now it's going into my favorite pile. I love the book. It's really good to me. It was just really good, and I loved it. And I think a lot of people should read that book. It's really good. Okay, next up would be The Lightning Thief. Oh, this series. This series is driving me insane. Because, oh my god, so many reasons. Okay. But this was, yeah, I'm rereading this book right now, so there's my little bookmark. But anyways, this was a really good book. I hated the movies, or the 2 that came out. I don't really even care for the movies. Yeah, this was a really good book, and it had so much detail, and it was just, this is a definitely to read book. I love this book. I think I picked this book up probably, God, when did I pick this book up? 3 years ago, 2 years, maybe 2 years ago. Maybe, yeah, 2 years ago probably. And I got hooked for life, man. Really good book, and I'm so impressed. I love this book. Okay, I got 3 more books for you. Next is Until It Hurts to Stop. This is a recent read. It's not on my favorites list, but it is a recent read. This is a pretty good book. It has motivated me to hike a lot because it has, if I didn't read this, I wouldn't have found out that I actually love hiking, but I do. And yeah, this is actually a really good book, and a lot of people should read it. The Giver. Really, 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 really good book. I haven't seen the movie yet, but really good book. I finished this in literally probably 32 hours. I couldn't sleep without finishing this book. I'm not even kidding. Really good book. Favorites list and recently read list. Okay, this book has a lot of history to it. I think there's a movie to it. Haven't seen the movie, but my brother was in the hospital for a month. Yeah, a month. Back in April, like mid-April through mid-June, something like that. And through then I read this and another book I'm fixing to tell you about. And this was actually a really good book, and I really enjoyed it. It does switch up a lot of things from the Bible, I've heard. I mean, I haven't read the Bible, but you know, that's what I've heard. And a lot of people don't like that about it. But to me, it's really good. And it caught my attention the whole time. I loved this book. Favorites list, not necessarily recently read list, but loved this book. Another book I read while my brother was in the hospital was Go Ask Alice. That book I'm rereading right now also, and I love that book. Favorites list, and I just love that book so much. It was written a long time ago. It's a diary of a teenage girl, but it dates from a long time ago, and it can relate to a lot of people out there, and I do recommend it. It's a really good book, and I hope you enjoyed my video about books. I just enjoy books so much, and I hope one day a lot of other people can too. Peace.